Good morning, and thank you for coming after yesterday's dinner, which must be a bit hard. Well, after these last 2 days' experiences, I went through the title of my presentation again to see if I could change anything, but I thought that it was quite informative, so I decided to leave it as it was, because I just would like to show you some applications we've done to the electricity generation industry in general, where we have applied multi-objective interactive techniques, and there were some, like, say, harmless looking models, but at the end they were very hard to solve, and we had to hybridize techniques so as to come up with a good solution. So the outline of my presentation is the following. Although I think that most of you are familiar with multi-objective programming and multiple criteria decision making, I'd like to give a brief basic introduction for those who are not, and to talk to you about interactive techniques in general and how to choose a method, and then I will go into the applications. And I'll briefly describe them without going into details and show you when we had to find this or to use these hybrid approaches, and then I will end with some conclusions. Well, first of all, I'd like to define what we understand as a decision problem as opposed to a classical optimization problem. This comparison can be found in the book of our colleague Carlos Romero. And a classical optimization problem would be finding the cheapest bottle of wine in the shelf of a supermarket. So we have the set of all feasible bottles that are the bottles that are there, and we have a problem. The problem consists of searching the best solution, and this is what we call a technological problem. So we have to have some algorithm that helps us find this solution. Technological problem doesn't mean that it's easy to solve. We know that sometimes it's very difficult or even impossible. According to my wife, I'm completely unable to find the cheapest bottle of wine in a shelf or even to find anything on a shelf, so I don't have the technology, but if we have the technology, we'll find the cheapest bottle of wine, and what is more important, we will all agree that this is the cheapest bottle of wine once we have it, okay? And even if someone happens to find a bottle that was hiding in the shelf somewhere that is cheaper than that, we'll admit that we were wrong, and this is the real optimal solution. But a decision would be something like finding a good bottle of wine that is not too expensive. And this is a decision problem because we have conflicting objectives in the sense that usually the better the wine, the more expensive